Hi, I'm Lauren Horn, and this is my presentation for recommendations for assessment instruments for early childhood. The University of West Alabama, April 26, 2020, CE 633. Greenwood Elementary Faculty and Jefferson County Board of Education. The purpose and need. The purpose is to present several assessment options and their benefits and restrictions to the faculty and administration. The current assessment instruments that are being utilized in the district have some disadvantages according to current teachers. The need. Teachers in the district were interviewed about the current assessment instruments used for assessing program quality, student growth, and teaching effectiveness. Upon analyzing the interviews, concerns were recognized regarding the quality of the current assessments. Program quality concerns. It was confusing to the faculty when this question was asked about current program quality assessments. They were unsure of how to answer this because this is not something that they have much input. The program quality assessments are administered at the state and district level with not much direct input from teachers besides communicating the results. Student growth concerns. The current student assessments do not align correctly with the pacing guides that are compiled by the curriculum specialists at the Board of Education. This misalignment causes a margin of error among the assessments that are required to be given and the instruction that is being taught. Teaching effectiveness concerns. Teachers felt that most of the evaluation process was more of a formality than a way to improve their teaching practices. Program quality assessments. So the current ones we use are eProve, which is an online program, and it's based by a company called Cognia, and the district stakeholders and administer self-improvement outcomes, and they collaborate with principals, and then the school comes up with a improvement plan, and then we meet to discuss it. The school report card is the other quality assessment that's used. It's based on academic achievement, academic growth, and chronic absenteeism. And we do not really feel that basing a report card on chronic absenteeism is a good way to do things, especially in elementary school, since so many kids get sick when they're little. Some other recommendations for program quality is the Alabama Quality Stars. I was very impressed with this program because it uses so many different types of assessments. The ECRS-R is another assessment that I looked at. The third one was the NAEYC accreditation for early learning centers, which was also very impressive. It's been used for 30 years, but it was kind of costly compared to some of the other ones. For short-term goals, I recommend that we discuss ways that we can evaluate the current assessments and see how we can advocate for a change in the process. Teachers feel that grading a school based on the number of absent students is unfair, especially at the elementary level, since younger students are prone to more illnesses, and we should not promote young children to come to school while they are ill just to help our school report card grade. We should advocate for a change in this process to not allow the state to include chronic absenteeism in our overall report card grade. For long-term goals, I recommend the Quality Stars evaluation system. One of the main things I liked about the system is that it uses more than one evaluation tool, and so you get a bigger picture of your program quality. And like I said, the NAEYC accreditation was also very impressive, but the cost could raise some concern, and Alabama Quality Stars is free. Our current assessments for student growth are district common assessments. They are created by our curriculum specialist, and they're supposed to align with our pacing guides, although because from year to year, those pacing guides kind of change. A lot of times the curriculum specialists don't technically change the assessments like they change the pacing guides, so they don't always line up. We also use DIBELS for assessing reading and fluency. And we don't particularly like this program just for our district. It may be good for other districts, but not ours, because many of our students are a little far behind. They haven't been to preschool programs, and so when they come in and they get this assessment, they don't show the results, and it looks like they're not benchmarking. And so principals and instructional coaches look at this and think that we are not adequately doing our job, when it's just because we have to catch them so far up. So some recommendations for assessments for student growth are the Teaching Strategies Gold. It's observation-based, and it links the teaching strategy observations to the student assessments. It's backed by several research studies to be very valid. The only concern that I have with this program is that you also have to, it works best if you also purchase their creative curriculum, which is kind of pricey. The Core Advantage is another similar tool to Strategies Gold. It's based on observation, uses online tools. It is also backed up by an actual research foundation. It's connected to them, and they have 50 years of studies to back them up. The pricing's not listed on the website, so you have to contact someone in the organization to find out more information. For short-term goals for assessments, I recommend that the district reevaluate the assessment tools and involve more teachers in creating the district assessments to make sure that they align with the pacing guides and they're testing the appropriate things. For long-term goals, I would recommend the Core Advantage program. I really liked this program, especially since it was linked to the HighScope Research Foundation, which is also home to the Perry Project, which I thought was very interesting. I'd never really heard of it. It's the longest running longitudinal study of preschool students, showing the benefits of early childhood education, and how a lot of those students that were originally in that study, it shows that they have a lower crime rate if they were in the preschool program as opposed to the students that were not. I also like the technology that was used, and it looks very valid and reliable. The assessments of teacher effectiveness, the ones that we use right now are the Elliott, which is a fairly new program. I think we've only used it for 1 or 2 years. Right now, it's basically the observation tool where the principal comes in, or we have people from the district come in and observe us. And it's basically linked to our school improvement plan. So everything that the principal is looking for in our program or in our lesson is based on what the school needs to improve on, not necessarily what the teachers themselves need to improve on in their instruction. We also have to complete the professional learning plan on the Department of Education's website. CLAS is an alternative recommendation. It is a quality rating scale, and it's already used in 22 states, except not in Alabama. So it's definitely something to look into. For short-term goals, I would consider creating a committee to reevaluate the assessments and looking into how to implement other assessment tools like the CLAS system. So long-term goals, I would like to look at the CLAS and see how it compares to the Elliott, and see if that's something that we could definitely look into in the future. So right here is a diagram that basically shows how all of these different assessments are linked together. It says all aspects of instruction are connected according to the limited resource teacher training website. They base their professional development on the 6 principles of effective teaching. The chart shows true connections between assessments for student growth, program quality, and teaching effectiveness. This professional development program is used for teachers that are part of the Teach for America program, as well as similar programs where they train teachers to go into other countries throughout the world. So after attending several workshops, other assessment alternatives were presented. These assessment tools show their reliability through past research and should be considered in relation to the current tools that are used in our district today. For the future of our school, district, and state, I propose to consider alternative means of assessments that can be implemented. I recommend the Alabama Quality Stars tool for assessing program quality. The system gives a more comprehensive assessment by using several evaluation tools. I recommend the Core Advantage tool for assessing student growth. This program is linked to the HighScope Educational Research Foundation, which has performed 50 years of research studies to validate the program's reliability. I also recommend the CLASS tool for evaluating teaching effectiveness. The scoring system is backed by over 200 research studies to be valid and reliable. The fact that this evaluation tool is already implemented in 22 other states leads me to believe that this program is one that Alabama should consider as well. I hope that the district and the state can come together to reevaluate the current assessment tools and find more reliable, effective measures that are backed by years of research like the ones that are mentioned here. Let us work together to create better systems and tools for evaluation and assessment throughout our school system and beyond. And here is my list of resources and references.